Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. My name is WWEdeadman, but you already know that. And if we look at the thing here, we see that we have a solar rescue tug on our way to a lunar encounter, and after that on the way out of the solar system and down to the sun, to this orbit. So I'm just gonna go over here for once. So this took me like a whole lot of time and like 3 passes around the planet to burn out, but all in all, we still have a whole lot of Delta V left in this, and if everything goes well, we should be able to have this do what it should do. So I never even got a temperature warning on any of these parts, which is cool. So these radiators seem to be very efficient. I did lock down the fuel in these, and I did lock down the RCS in this. Game, please. The RCS in this. There we go. Yeah. And because the thing was so unwieldy, I actually okay, that deactivated itself. I had infinite RCS on just because it did stuff that it shouldn't do, like deviate a kilometer from the fucking maneuver node without without any reason, really. I mean, if it at least like only had a slight drift to this side or to this side, because this isn't on correctly here. But no, it was going all over the place, and most of this is mainly because I didn't strut in between here. Because this is like the weak spot of the entire thing. This spans like crazy. I should have totally strutted from this part to this part, just to make sure that that didn't do all the crazy wobbling. But yeah, in any way, this is going to encounter the moon in 20 minutes, and we're going to ride it out there on map screen. And we're gonna make sure we're not going to do anything stupid here. F5 for safety. And you know, because this is the episode for the week before Gamescom, the first episode of the 3 for the week before Gamescom, and I have to also record the videos for the week of Gamescom and the week after Gamescom before actually going to Gamescom, and that all in the time I actually am preparing to also move to a new place. We're going to let this go down to the sun in pretty much almost real time, because the next burn this is going to have to do is going to be to lower its apoapsis to the same, to have a circular orbit around the sun, and that's going to take a whole lot of fucking time again. This is it's pretty much going to kill the rest of the nuclear tug, which currently has 6,500 meters per second still in it. You don't see the rest of the craft having any Delta V because I locked down the fuel. Just in case. I don't know whether the claw will interfere in any way with the fuel stuff, so that's why I did that. So yeah, so let's fly by the moon and hope it doesn't screw up our trajectory too much. I don't even want to time accelerate too high, just because the game has a tendency of screwing stuff up at high time accelerations. See? Because that's stupid, because if it goes after that, I actually am already after my moon escape, which is stupid. And didn't happen. Now, as you see, the periapsis is down here. We have a slight inclination wow. Sun, you're a little bit bright in regard to the heap here, but you know, I kind of think we can just correct these 3.3 when we burn the apoapsis down, most likely. You're free to leave the sphere of influence of the moon. You can look at the ship from here for a moment. So this still didn't cool down at all. Still burning, right? Okay, so we're out of the sphere of influence of the moon. F5 for safety, and then let's get out of the sphere of influence of Kerbal. And once we're out of that, I'd say we get a little bit away from the planet, and then we're going to go and do some other stuff first. I'm pretty much going to go ahead and probably just do a whole bunch of contracts that are available, no matter what they are. Just to get some stuff done. You know, it's harder to actually time accelerate with a high part count ship without actually getting stuff messed up. So I'm pretty glad. Slow down. I'm pretty glad that I have Kerbal alarm clock, and I'm pretty glad I actually have a whole lot of time to fill. Yeah, and there the escape is over there for some reason. Sometimes I don't understand the game. And for some reason I even have a lower periapsis now predicted. Close alarm and pause. This is going to jump back up to here to the actual orbit once we're out, I guess. You know, sphere of influence change is still something that's pretty non-precise, let's say it like that. They did improve it. It's harder to actually get over a sphere of influence change in time warp and actually completely fuck shit up. Because, you know, for some reason they had like a very old system implemented there still, and it completely wrecked the game's maths in every way possible. Because for some reason the prediction and the actual orbit stuff wasn't coherent. In any way, so next thing this thing does is down here, probably at the ascending node, add a maneuver, snap that to the ascending node, and then minus 5,000. That's almost it. And that's an encounter in a reasonable... Oh god, that's pretty close, actually. And I want to fix my inclination a bit, so this is an ascending node, so I want to descend. And maybe other direction. Make sure. There, that's pretty close. Separation 14,000 kilometers. We can pretty much burn this down to a bare minimum when we're there. So 14,000. If we do this a little bit more, the other direction, 12,000. We can tweak this down to a pretty decent encounter. And I'm pretty much going to do this by hand then, but I want... Okay. 1,000... 1,600. It's not getting better. Good. So from here, we're going to just do another maneuver when we're there. But yeah, this is a 5.9 kilometers per second burn. We have 6.5 kilometers per second left in this engine. So this is pretty okay. And this burn is going to happen in 118 days. And the actual time that's going to happen is in a bunch of episodes. As I said, I want to do a whole bunch of stuff before that. And we're definitely going to do the actual encounter of the Even Gilly exploration units with Even Gilly and actually get those down. Probably as one of the last things before doing the maneuver here. And yeah, I'm pretty much going to do the maneuver off camera again, just because it's a whole lot easier to not cut out 1 hour of burning. Because, so if we have a look here, time, so we have to burn half an hour. Good thing is, I can actually start 15 minutes ahead. Get away from the planet for a bit, just so we don't encounter it anymore by accident. And yeah. F5 for safety. You're essentially going to want to turn the other way, although I don't know whether I can actually turn you without RCS. So yeah, these don't actually have that much RCS left, because I used a whole lot of that RCS for stuff. So yeah, as you see, this bends. That's the problem. If I had struts here, this wouldn't bend, and then this wouldn't lag behind so much. Which would be a whole lot easier to actually do stuff with. So yeah, you can imagine how fun it was to actually fly with this thing. There's a reason I didn't show you the whole docking process in normal time. So apparently the heat is deviating up here and the panels start glowing, which is cool. But yeah, I turned on the heat overlay, and the only things really getting hot was this engine. Oh, all of the engines, of course. Like on all of these outer parts, only the engine, this tank, and the the radiator panels. As you see, it still glows. And yeah, the heat starts actually deviating out and stuff. But yeah, don't have a problem here in any way. What I don't know yet is whether the pseudo radiators still work the way they worked before radiators were actually a thing, as in these big elevons here as radiator parts. But we're gonna see that once we fire up those engines, I guess. Which isn't going to be until we need to actually dock, since most of the burning until we are ready to actually encounter the ship is going to be done with this. And then this should have enough delta V to bring us back. So yeah, it would be nice if you could get towards that maneuver node in due time. Because I kind of want to do something else than turning the ship in this episode. In any way, while does this, I'm going to set up the alarm for 15 minutes ahead. So we actually get there before we need to start burning. So that's that. And as of there, we are actually pretty much on the maneuver node. Which means we're going to just go back to the space center and have a look at the contracts available to us. Okay. I'd say this should be SAS on. This should be good enough. Good. Space Center. Okay, so with the ship on the way, let's have a look at our contracts. So we still have the stuff here that we need to do for Duna, but yeah, the science mission to Duna is not going to happen for a while. The mission to Eve is not going to happen for a while. Yeah, Explore Eve and Explore Gilly are on the way to there. Orbital station in Duna orbit, I don't want to do that. Satellite in polar curve in orbit. That pays me 100,000, and I'd say we can do that pretty easily. Only antenna and generate power, that's pretty easily done, and I'd say we can do that right now. Because everything else actually requires more of a setup. Yeah. Yeah, let's just do this one. That's going to be a pretty useless satellite, but hey. I'm gonna still put a thermometer on it and call it CurbSat or something. Do we still already have a CurbSat actually? Wait. Don't save. Yep, we don't have a CurbSat. Good. That means we can actually just start building here. So I want a antenna on this. Snap on there. And I want... You know, gravioli detector, why not? Can just use that instead of the thermometer. That at least has the potential of giving us more information. New information. Yeah. Other than that, it needs to be able to generate power, so we need a solar panel, at least one. And I'd say I'm just going to put 2 of the normal solar panels on here. Just to be sure that we have time to unfold this in orbit. Can you turn this? No. Can you turn? No. Dude, can you turn this up? Thank you. And then I want a pretty small engine under that. I do want a Kerbal engine use system. Right in the smack in the middle here. So this should actually fulfill everything. Polar orbit of Kerbin. Antenna can generate power. Yep. Has everything. So, pretty small engine on that. We actually have the pretty small engine here. Get Kerbal alarm clock out of my face, thank you. We still don't have the smallest tank though, so we're gonna have to go with this. Give me an adapter part. Structural. Also, bring this in a little bit so I don't accidentally click out of the screen and crash my game and the recording. Because that's something that happens if you have 2 screens. That has 2000 delta V. Oh wait. I actually want this to be like this. Okay, that's fine too. If you only want to do 4, then only do 4. And then we want a fairing around that, and I'm just going to use the stock fairing for this. Since we actually have the mod that makes this a clamshell fairing. And I like having a custom fairing for once. I use procedural fairings way too much. Really. Also, for this, I want... can I actually? No? Good. Good, then not. Then let me just do that from down here when I have this on. Strut. Because this has the habit of wobbling around like crazy. I can easily do something like this without any problem. You could even like do a strat that goes through the fairing. It's completely irrelevant. So this can go with this. I'm gonna go ahead and say let's put one of these here. That is already orbit capable by itself. Delta Viva is not actually thrust to weight wise. Where's my decouplers? Wrong decoupler. And under that, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this. You know, if I just go ahead and slightly tilt it this way, trust me with this. This should actually work without a problem, and we can just thrust limit this down to a thrust to weight of 1.5. So this should easily get this into the orbit. Oh wait, we need to actually put this into a polar orbit, don't we? Oh, wrong. So launch north, I guess. Curb set on. Save. And then we're actually gonna go ahead and look at the orbit and make sure that we actually start at the right time. So we need to go up from here, so yeah, that's pretty much exactly where we don't need to be. We can just go over here and go down from here. So south. Whenever that comes around. So pretty much now. Yeah, we need to go south now. Which isn't the problem, we've launched south before. So south is this direction. North is this direction. So we need to actually turn our rocket around. Not this way. And this should actually be pretty okay. This should start at the same time. When this goes, then this goes at some point, and then this goes, and this goes into orbit. Yeah, I guess safe, and I feel stupid not putting any like batteries on there. Because, you know, it does take a little bit until we get to orbit, and neither of these engines actually produces any electricity. So we have to rely on the solar panels, and those are not going to be accessible until we are out of the atmosphere. So this should totally work. SAS on, I guess. I'm going to throttle up, although I don't need to at the moment because the SRB goes in anyway. And 3, 2, 1, launch. Dude. What the hell are you doing? Why are you turning against where you should Okay, this is not plausible. And I'm going to revert the flight. Please remain plausible, game. And we're also going to add a reaction wheel. Because we can. Save. Launch. I take it the game did mess up my staging again. Why would you... Oh, wait. Wow, whoa, why would you... What? Game. Why are you stupid? If this crashes against this, I'm going to reload. 3, 2, 1, launch. This makes no sense. This makes no sense at fucking all. I mean, seriously. Why do you have these things? Why? What's up with that? Is there any wind blowing from that direction? What is... Ah. No. Cause screw you. Do I always have to go big with you? I probably should have just put fins at the end, but why bother? SAS on. I'm just going to gimbal limit you to 50%, roughly. And yeah, south is the direction that is to the right, so... Game. Why? Don't be stupid. Okay. What the fuck, game? Makes sense. Make fucking sense! What's so different about launching to the south that you're going to fuck everything in the ass about it? God! Okay. Seriously. Don't, oh God, don't over fucking, oh God. Okay. So what's our target orbit like anyway? An apoapsis of 8 million and a periapsis of 7 million. So we might as well just burn for a high orbit. I actually managed to completely arrest our sideways movement, which is nice. Just gonna wait for this and then cut the engines for a moment, do this. Then get rid of the fairing. Hello. And as soon as we're out here, we're going to do this. So the other stuff falls back to Kerbal, and we're pretty much on spot with the inclination here. We're just going to burn this out. So we've got an inclination of 7.6 degrees, which we're going to just fix when we're out there. So from now on I actually don't need this, so give me that. So whenever our periapsis reaches, or apoapsis reaches the altitude it needs to reach, by the way. Actually, I think we have that in the Kerbal lab at the moment, so I'm not going to actually take any readings here. I'm just leaving that on there in anticipation of later contracts. Okay. So that's 7.6. That's pretty much where it should be. Yeah, somewhere around there. Time warp to apoapsis. You can go faster. And turn prograde. Okay. Thank you. Turn prograde. Da. Bullshit. So yeah, we have completely overpowered the thing again, so that's a thing. Okay. Next thing we get is an ascending node right here. Add maneuver. Ascending node. That's not an ascending node, you moron. I don't know what you're targeting, but... yeah. So... precise node obviously has a little bit of a problem with that. In any way, I'd say we're going to fix this in the next episode. Until then, like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. And until next time, I'm WWEdeadman. Bye.